Hey y'all, if you're watching this, I am currently on Facebook, my Facebook business page. And for replay viewers, if you don't see a live button up here somewhere, a red live button, that means you are catching the replay. Feel free to ask me any questions below in the comments or email me. All of the information is going to be in the description above. All right, hey guys, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share this to my group. Okay. I'm going to share this to my group right quick, and then we'll get started with some Q&A and some exciting information about Agnes and Dora that we just got. So really exciting, just really exciting news, and something that they've never done before. So I'm going to share this to my page while some people hop on. Let's share. Where's my group? Okay. I'm going to share that there. Hey guys, I meant to grab my notebook just a moment. All right, y'all. So we've just received the email with some brand new information. When you guys hop on, if you can say hello just to make sure that comments are working, since we all know that Facebook can be a little finicky sometimes. All right. How's everyone doing tonight? It's really like a really kind of relaxed atmosphere right now because there's no music playing or anything like that. So it feels really funny to me for you guys who hop onto my live sales. All right. Hi, Michelle. How are you? All right. Share. Thank you. Comments are working. Awesome. All right, guys. Hey there. Hey, Letty. Letty and Trish are actually on my team, you guys. Those lovely ladies are on my team. Hey, guys. You guys got the email. All right. Let's type this. All right. All right, you guys. So if you joined the opportunity event that is in my business page, you will see the news that we got from Agnes and Dora. If you didn't, that's a-okay. I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. So if you've been thinking about joining Agnes and Dora, now's the time to join. I have never done a video like this where I have, I guess the word's recruiting. I really hate to use that word. All of my girls who are on my team have come to me. They, most of you guys were customers of mine, and then they were like, I'm really interested in Agnes and Dora, and then they, are selling Agnes and Dora now. So I've spoken about Agnes and Dora if you follow me on Periscope, and that was a long time ago. Otherwise, everyone usually buys Agnes and Dora and then decides they want to sell it because it's pretty awesome. All right, so right now, starting on November 15th, we have a new promotional kit that's running, okay? So we used to have 3 kits. We used to have a $2,500 kit, a $3,500 kit, and a $5,000 kit, okay? I wanted to join a different company before I knew about Agnes and Dora, but my issue was that I couldn't afford the kit because it didn't include leggings, and at the time it was just not in our budget. So Agnes and Dora, when I began, I started out with a $3,500 kit, and at the time I could have chosen a $2,500 kit or a $5,000 kit. Well, right now, starting November 15th, they're gonna bring a $2,000 kit, okay? $2,000, which I know sounds a lot to you guys, but I know that I've had a lot of girls very interested in Agnes and Dora who can't afford a $3,500 kit, and having a $1,500 markdown really, really helps. It's a $2,000 investment for something that can last you however long you want it to last, as long as you're working your business, right? So they will also still have the $3,500, $5,000 kit available, but there will be some discounted promotions for those kits as well. So this is only running for a short time, okay? It's basically just through the holiday season, and that's it. Now, I do want to say, the holiday season is the best time to join, okay? I started Agnes Dora last year. December 15th is when I got my kit. That's the day I received my kit. I had joined Agnes and Dora in November, beginning of November, before they closed off the queue. I had no idea they were going to close onboarding. They happened to close onboarding, and I got in the nick of time, so it was meant to be. And I received my kit on December 15th, you guys. A ton of Christmas leggings, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I've got to sell. But it is the best time, because now is the time that everyone's shopping for their family, their friends, themselves, holiday parties. They're spending that money so that they can treat themselves and others, you know? So, and then in January, we all know what happens. We all have those credit card bills that come in, and we're like, all right, we got to slow down the spending. Or we've got husbands who are like, slow your roll, right? So right now is the time to join. For me, I decided to join Agnes and Dora last November. That was one of the reasons I joined, because I knew that I was joining in a peak selling season. So people who joined Agnes and Dora in the summer, what was great about that, who onboarded in the summer, was that they had the time to listen to trainings and really learn and not just hit the ground running. Because for me, like, I was just like, I gotta do this, you know? I didn't have time to like watch trainings or anything. I just like had to do it. But also my investment paid back much quicker, because I paid myself back much quicker because of that. So also the third thing, you guys are gonna die over this. You guys ready? Can I get some hearts? You guys are quiet. All right, guys. The third thing is, this is the only time during this promotional period that reps will be able to hand pick their inventory, okay? Hand pick your inventory. So with Agnes and Dora, they choose the inventory that is perfect for your region, and that is very popular in your region and popular within the company. So they kind of give you a selection of things, okay? So you get like, you're not ever going to get a full size run of anything, because that would be handpicking your inventory. They would be handpicking your inventory if you received a full size runs of items. But instead they give you like a sprinkle here, sprinkle there, okay? Now, during this promotional period only, you get to hand pick your inventory, okay? So you get to pick and choose what you want in your kit. Can I get a hallelujah? That is crazy. So we don't know all of the details of how that's going to work, but what I do know is that I would be there 100% to make sure that you're picking items that I know are going to move quickly for you and they're going to be popular during the holiday season. I'm going to be with this company for 1 year starting next month. Crazy. So I have been with the company long enough to know what's popular, what's not popular, what fabrics are popular, what styles, what prints. I have seen it and been through it. I have made the mistakes for you. I've made the mistakes for you, right? I have bought things that I'm like, cool, you know, and it's okay. That's okay. So, but I will be able to help you handpick your inventory so that you can have an even bigger head start once you receive it. And not only that, oh, thank you, Jess. I call you Jess too. We're the Jesses. But not only that, you know, you get to know what's coming in your kit. Like, you're gonna know what's coming in your kit. There's a way you can see things now, but you didn't pick those items. You can go in the back office when you onboard, and when they ship your kit, you can see things, but you can't pick them. So at least you get to plan ahead of what you want to do, what your kit. I mean, it's crazy, right? Just like, it's nuts. So that's what's going on right now. This promotion is only going to be running from November 5th to January 1st, and that is it. So the $2,000 kit or the $3,500 and $5,000 kit, which has those two, the bigger kits have discount promotions with them. We don't know what they are yet, but we will be finding out very soon, obviously, before November 15th. And then the $2,000 kit in January 1st, once it's gone, you guys. So if you're thinking about joining Agnes and Dora and you're like, well, I didn't have enough money for those bigger kits, the $2,000 kit is going to be great for you, especially because you can handpick your inventory. That's what's going to be perfect, because you get to choose your style and prints that you want to carry so that you're able to move it quicker, to look up the fabrics and all the information and ask questions, you know, of me and our teams. So with that being said, I'm going to put this down, my computer. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. So when I joined Agnes and Dora, like I said, December 15th when I onboarded, I had my son, Dominic, my 2-year-old, when on September 9/11 of 2015. Yes, time goes by so fast. And then I went back to work and I had postpartum depression. I was just hating it. I wanted to stay home with my son, and everyone said that every day would get easier, but for me it didn't. And it's not something that I wanted to do, work away from home. What made it harder was that I would have to drive an hour to work and an hour from work every day, 5 days a week. That's without traffic, including picking him up from the babysitter. So it was really, really crazy. I'm also a nursing mom. I still nurse. So, I mean, I still nurse today, but that was even harder because you nursing moms know that pumping is not really fun, and I just missed my baby. So I decided to quit. And when I quit, it was hard. I had to budget. I had a coupon. My husband, he started a painting business at the time, which I fully supported, and he still has. But it was tough. And I found myself wanting to do stuff for I wanted to do stuff for me. I wanted to contribute to the family, and I wanted to have something else to do. Some people who stay at home are like awesome at staying at home. I'm the type of person who likes to do other things, and I also felt lonely. I also felt like I didn't have any friends. Like, I had few friends who stayed at home, and my friends who did stay at home happened to go back to work when I quit. So that really sucked. So I was looking into another company at the time, and I was buying their clothing and stuff like that, and I thought maybe this is something I want to do. Well, my heart wasn't fully set on it. My husband was totally about it. My heart wasn't fully set on it. And so I was searching YouTube for videos. I had someone that I wanted to join under, and then someone else popped up and it said Agnes and Dora. And I was like, I wasn't even going to click on it. I was like, I made up my mind. I'm going to go with this company. That's it. And I decided to click on it, and I saw that you could pick your own styles and prints, that it was much cheaper onboarding costs, and it was like a baby company. We're still a baby company. So when I joined, there was less than 1,000 reps. Now we have like 3,000, so it's still super small. And we are always coming out with new boutique styles. So you guys who shop with us, you know that we come out with new styles every other week. So it's crazy. So that's my story. I decided to join, and then I hit the ground running, and then here I am almost a year later with Agnes and Dora. So let me see what I have written down. Do you guys have any questions for me while I am looking through my notes right quick? No, I think I like this. I have 2 notebooks. I have several business notebooks actually. I have several of them. So I did make a video about why I chose Agnes and Dora, and it's on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out, Agnes and Dora by Jessica Parada. But and I also have a tax info video as well on there, because we do taxes a little bit differently. But a few things that made me choose Agnes and Dora was that I could choose my own styles and prints. I didn't have to guess what was in the box, and also it was on me. If I chose something, like I chose this swing, this is brand new, it's on me to sell it, you know? It's not like I can blame anyone, just myself, because I chose it, right? So I get to choose what I love. The product already exists, which is, you know, if you're opening your own boutique, it's going to be obviously more work because you have to go to the shows and buy the inventory. And Agnes Dora just does that, all of that for us. We buy wholesale, sell retail, you know, just the basic business model. So it's really easy, and they do a lot of the marketing, branding, and selling. I know, thank you. Isn't it so cute? You have a full size run of it, you guys. So they provide us with a lot of marketing materials, a lot of branding materials, and a lot of trainings. So that is something that's really amazing with the company. Our CEO, Buffy, is very hands-on, and just, she literally wants to know your name. That's what she told me at our Bloom Tours, which was like a mini convention. Like, she wants to know our names. So this is her baby, you know? So this is her baby, and this is my baby. I mean, I have a baby, a toddler, and a baby in here, but you know, this is my business, and I love what I do, and I get to stay home. And it's work, though. It's work, you know. Don't let anyone say that the product sells itself. Like, yeah, we have gorgeous product, but you have to put the work into it. And if you want full-time income, you work full-time. If you want part-time income, you work part-time. If you want hobby money, you just want like $1,000 here every month so you can do some fun stuff, you could do a hobby. Like, it's fine, you know, but what you put into it, you're going to get out of it. It's your business. You're putting a good chunk of money into it. So you need to make sure that you're working your business. That's what I always say. Let's see. Since starting Agnes and Dora, for me, after I had Dominic, like I said, had postpartum depression. I would go into Target. Everyone loves Target, right? And I would buy clothes, and nothing would fit me right anymore. My hips had widened. My butt got bigger. Everything just like changed, and it was something that I wasn't used to. I've always been a petite girl who just went in and saw something, put it on, and it fit. And now my whole body had changed, and my view of my body had changed, and nothing fit me right anymore. So shopping was not fun for me. I would go to Target and like cry in the stalls, just like crying. I remember the first Thanksgiving that we had after I had Dominic. Dominic was how old? 2 months old. I put on a pair of jeans and a shirt, and then that didn't fit, and put on another pair, and that didn't fit, and I literally had like one outfit in my closet that fit me. And I sat there, and I had done my makeup. I used to be a makeup artist, so that was like the only thing that made me happy, because I was like, at least my face can look good. And then I started crying in the bathroom. My husband was brushing his teeth, I think, and I'm bawling, and he's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Nothing fits me anymore. I don't feel beautiful. Like, this is the only outfit that I can wear, and I don't even want to wear this outfit." So when I was able to finally find clothing that fit me, that made me feel good, and also now that I'm pregnant again and I can wear this clothing now and postpartum, made me feel like amazing, you know. So that was someone who's angry. Someone gave me an angry face, but that was something that for me, I really did it for myself. You know, I wanted to meet new people. I wanted to contribute to my family, and I wanted to finally wear stuff that fit me. And I was working at the mall, and I would go to stores and I could not find stuff. I was like, jeans, please. Jeans was like a monster. I could never find jeans that fit me. But if you work your business, then you are going to make your money back. And you're going to make much more than that, you know. But if you use excuses, if you have negativity, if you don't work on personal development, it's not going to work out. And that goes for everything, right? Like, so you go to a job, and if you have a negative attitude to the job when you first start it, and you're always like seeing, you know, a mountain, instead of climbing that mountain, you're just like, no, I'm not going to deal with it. You're going to quit the job. It's like with anything else, you know, except when you're an entrepreneur, you are in charge of yourself. You know, like, you've got to push yourself. This is your business. You've got to wake up early. You've got to have a schedule. If you work full time, or if you're a single mom, You know, I do have single moms and people who work full-time in my team. You know, you have to kind of figure out a balance, like what works for you and what income is okay for you to have. You know, you don't have to be the person who you're like, I want to make $50,000 a month or whatever, you know, pie in the sky number you have, you know, but you have to be okay with, okay, you know, I can work this business and I'm okay with selling 2,000, you know. So I do feel like I am always saying you've got to definitely put in the work. So I do one in my team. I have my own team page, also my uplines team page and her uplines team page that everyone gets added to. Once someone onboards with me, I tell them, do you want to, before someone onboards, actually picks me as their sponsor, I talk to them on the phone, I talk to them on the phone. So we have a call, and every single call I've had with a future rep has been an hour long. I answer all of your questions, you know, and I really go in depth about things. Once they onboard, I make sure to add them to every team page, every group they need to be added to. I make sure to tag them in all types of training videos. And I'm here for any questions, but I'm always saying, make sure you use the search bar in the team pages. Make sure you're looking through, because we have so much training within our team. It is crazy. When I went to convention in July and then to the Bloom Tours this past month, I found that a lot of the training material that was provided to me, I knew most of it because I'm on a team that is so high, so big on training, that I knew a lot of the information already and had been applying it already. So we are a very positive team, and I'm not saying that you can't be like, oh, you know, I'm mad about this, I'm mad about that. It's okay. And I'm here. I mean, we're human. Like, we're human. Things happen, you know, and with businesses, things happen. You know, my husband has a business and he had to purchase some shutters for a client, and the client needed it by a certain time. He had to rush ship to him, and they came bent. The shutters came bent. And then so he had to contact the company and get them rush shipped again so he could put the shutters up for a client. Like, things happen in business, you know, and you just have to roll with it, because at the end of the day or the end of the year, or just like whatever you have for your future, it's worth it. You know, it's worth it. So we do provide all types of training material. You do receive an excellent guide when you onboard within your kit, and also you receive some awesome swag, you guys. It just opened us up for us reps to buy, us veteran reps, but they give you all types of things so you can walk around town and like represent, you know, a company that you are proud of and that you want to work with. So, and that you're happy to work with. So that's what's really cool too. They do provide some extra stuff, you know, bags, stuff like that. So, but there's always training. There's always, you know, so many different people doing different things and working their business different ways, whether it's be in live sales, or they're doing vendor events, or they're doing in-homes, or they're rocking, you know, hostess parties, whatever it may be. There is always ample training. And for me, I'm always providing that. And I always say, if you need information from me, you text me. Like, all of my girls have my number. You text me, you tag me somewhere, you need to reach out to me, and I'm going to be there for you, you know, because I don't want anyone to fail, obviously. Like, I'm just not the type of person who lets that go easily. So even if I have a rep who, you know, can't do Agnes and Dora anymore for personal reasons, I totally understand it, but I feel a little sad because, you know, I really desperately want everyone to succeed. And I know everyone has their goals, whether they want to stay at home with their kids, or they want to start, you know, having kids, so they want to stay at home and not have the pressure of work, or they're at a job they hate, or they just want to be part of a community. I want to be there for them, and sometimes I feel like I would love to just have my heart just put it out for you guys and have it speak, you know, because there's just no words to how much I want people to succeed. There's like no words at all, because it's just something that I want for everyone. I never want to see anyone fail. You know, I'm not that type of person where I'm just like, I'm gonna ghost you. Like, I'm out. I'm not like that. Like, even my husband, he's always like, he's like, man, you like really care for your girls. And I'm like, they're always in my mind. They're always in my mind. Like, I stress about it sometimes. I'm like, oh, this person, I see them struggling. I'm gonna talk to them. Oh, this person, like, I'm always like on top of it. I also have challenges within my team, so I'll do different challenges and provide tips and stuff like that for, you know, growing your group or whatever. So that gives the opportunity to laser focus on what you want to do, you know. So if maybe they want to grow a team, then we can laser focus on that. But that just gives that laser focus to help them grow their group, or if they want to grow a team or whatever it may be. So grow their inventory. So with inventory, something that we don't do is we don't push you to buy a ton of inventory. If you want to buy a ton of inventory, you buy a ton of inventory. That's cool. The more inventory you have, it's great because you become more of a one-stop shop. But no one has all the inventory. Like, the top sellers of this company, they do not have every single SKU. They do not. Like, that would be insanity. So I can tell you that for a fact. They do not have every single SKU. But they are still able to make $30,000, $40,000 a month and more. So I'm not about that, you know, and there's no comp plan right now. Like, I'm not getting a track from anyone. We get what we call rep credits. And so I get a small percentage of wholesale purchases you make for now until they figure out some type of plan that they want. But Buffy, our CEO and founder, she's taking her sweet time doing that because she wants to make sure, I mean, it's on the top of the list, but she wants to make sure that it's something that's different, not like everything else out there, and it's something that's going to benefit the company, us as reps, and our downlines as well. You know, she doesn't want to ruin any type of relationships or anything like that. So it's going to be pretty different. You know, whatever they decide to do is going to be very different. But we do not have a comp plan. So, like, I'm not here, like, making cash money. Like, no, I just buy some inventory. That's all I do. So right now I'm about 500 pieces. And I actually want to get to 1,000. That's just my personal goal. My next goal is 700 and then 1,000. And then after that, I think I'll be okay because it gets crazy. 500 is crazy in this room right now. This is not it. I have racks here. I've got boxes here. I've got stuff, bins. So I do have a lot of inventory. But I will never say, well, you need to buy more inventory. Like, you're not selling because you need to buy more inventory. If I do believe that you need to buy some full size runs or certain things, I will help you with that. You know, I'll talk to you and say, okay, well, you know, let's like look at what your target market is and stuff like that. But I will never say just like go drop some money, because that is up to you. It's your choice whether you want to grow your inventory or you want to pay off your debt faster. It's totally your choice. For me, I believe that if you grow your inventory to where you want it to be first, then that is going to give you the opportunity to sell it quicker and then pay off your debt faster. But it's totally up to you. If you're the type of person who's like, I need to see that I don't have a credit card balance anymore, I need to pay myself back for my investment, that's fine. You do that, you know, and then you grow your inventory. But I'm never going to, like, I know maybe some reps do, I don't know. But me and within our team, we don't do that. We're not like, buy inventory. That is totally up to you. We do like a 50% style. So about 50% of what I make goes towards my inventory. And right now I actually have it at much more because I want to grow it, but it's different for everyone. And that's a business plan that you can talk with me, or you can talk with your husband, or you can talk with yourself. But having a business plan, that is definitely something that is personal to you, and everyone's journey is different. So like I said, if you're doing this full time, or if you're working full time but you want to quit and do this full time, then you're going to be hustling. You're going to be working hard. But if you think about the future, you only have a few months of hard work and then freedom. You know, so if you hear my toddler, I'm sorry, you guys. He's, whew, yeah. He's 2 years old. So yeah, he's a toddler. So let's see what else. There's not a big startup cost besides choosing, picking your kit. You know, you can get, for me, I got a mannequin. I have a mannequin. I have a rack for leggings, which I started off with, but you really don't need it, honestly. And I started with one rack that it wasn't one of these, it was on my wall. It fell one day because it was too much inventory on it, but it was just like a rack on my wall, and I had that for months until I started to get racks like these, and then started to get bins because I started to grow my inventory. So startup costs are pretty minimal. I didn't even have these pretty velvet hangers when I first started, like none of this. I went to Kohl's and I got myself some free hangers and Old Navy. I was like, hey, you know, be sweet. Hey guys, you know, do you guys have any hangers that you're like throwing away that, you know, you might want to just like give to me? And they're like, sure. Like, I had plastic hangers, you guys, like plastic hangers from Kohl's and Old Navy when I first started. Because honestly, it is about the clothes. It's not about the hangers. No one's staring at the hangers. So I didn't get those hangers until a few months later. You know, you don't need much to start this business. You really just need a phone or something so you can do live sales if you want to do that. Invoice, a computer, that would be helpful, you know, and then like maybe one rack and you're good to go. You know, and then all of that information we do provide you. We provide you with a list of supplies that you might need. All of that is within all of the trainings, so you don't ever have to worry about that. And once you get into the queue, you're also added into another group that headquarters made, and they provide you with a ton of training for a whole week, as well as a question and answer session, a live question and answer session before you decide if this is right for you. So they provide a lot of information as well. And then after that, us as sponsors, we take over. So yeah, let's see. We do have a good bit of creative control. Like I have my thank you cards and business cards that I made myself. If you shop with me, you know how these look like, but I made these on PicMonkey and I had them printed on Vistaprint. So we can do our own things like that, you know. There's a lot of things that we have control over that Agnes and Dora really helps us with. So that's really great. What else? So any questions for me, you guys? What questions do you have for me? Let's open this to Q&A now, since I have spoken for quite a bit. I'll wait for a little bit. I'll just wait just to see if you guys have questions. Like this is when I first started Agnes and Dora. All the stuff that I wanted to get for the business. I didn't get all this stuff. But it was like easy stuff. Long mirror, because I had an in-home boutique at one point before this became stockpiled and I got really pregnant. But I have a lot of stuff. How fast did you earn back on your initial investment to get your inventory? I wanted to grow my inventory first, so which I did, but then it depleted really fast. I started to sell a lot more, but it just depends on you, on how hard you work your business. So I would say the average time though is 3 months or less, especially if you're doing like a $2,000 kit. It's gonna be faster. So if you're doing the bigger kit, you get more inventory so you can sell more. I mean, this whole pick your inventory thing is going to be a game changer, you guys. You guys are going to be able to pay back your investment probably much quicker than a lot of us were. But you're not talking about it's going to take, you know, too long to pay it back. If you want to pay back your investment, if that's on the top of your list, you're like, I need to pay back this investment. $2,000 investment, I would say I could have paid that back if I wanted to in, I'm thinking about my sales when I first started, a month. A month. So it's pretty fast if that's your goal. Some people like to put 100% of their sales back into inventory and then pay back their investment later, and then they usually pay it back in like a month. So, but as long as you're working your business. Like I always say that, as long as you're watching the trainings, you're listening. If you work full time, that's fine. Listen to them in the car, you know, but as long as you are actively doing the work and listening and applying the tips, because let me tell you, the tips that we have, they're going to work for you as long as you apply them and listen, and you'll be like rocking it. You'll be rocking it. What is the average cost? So the kits, Laura, are starting November 15th to January 1st. The kits are $2,000. It's going to be the smallest kit, $3,500, and then $5,000. The $3,500 and $5,000 kit are going to have some discounts on them though as well, so some promotional stuff. So we don't know what it is yet, but the $2,000 kit it's never existed. The smallest kit used to be $2,500, the silver kit, back when I first started. So this is the first and maybe last time that they're offering a $2,000 kit, and you get to pick your own inventory. So it's only between November 15th, people who onboard between November 15th and January 1st. So you can join the queue, and it's moving very quickly. And then once you onboard that time, then it'll be $2,000. Yes. So that's the two things right now, you guys. So if you are thinking about joining Agnes and Dora, this is why I'm saying now's the time. If I had this opportunity last year, you guys, oh my gosh, I would have joined much faster, because you get to pick your own inventory, you guys, for your kit. You get to pick your own inventory for your kit. And even if you choose a $2,000 level, that means that you get to pick your own inventory to sell and be ready to sell. Know what you're going to have. Talk to your sponsor about how you're going to move this stuff and make a game plan. Like, it's just going to be much easier to make a game plan, because you guys are going to hit the ground running because it is the holidays and people are going to want to buy. Like when I started in the holidays last year, I got PMs and messages from my friends constantly. Are you getting some Christmas leggings? What are you getting for Christmas? Do you have anything for kids? I mean, like, people are on it right now. So this is a great time to start. But that means that you also have to make sure that you're watching trainings and like you're on it like immediately, you know. Once you onboard, I'll add you to stuff, and then it takes about 2 weeks to get your kits. So those 2 weeks you need to like like laser focus. And we always say that it takes 6 weeks to really get used to Agnes and Dora. I mean, think about any other job. It takes a good amount of time to get used to things. So especially with being an entrepreneur, it's going to take about 6 weeks for you to finally be like, I get this now, you know. That's around the time that I was like, oh, I got the hang of this. It was like end of January for me. So 6 weeks and then 90 days, 3 months of straight laser focus. You're working your business. You are going hard, because once you get that snowball up that mountain, you guys, you push it over and it's just going to be rolling down the other side. You don't have to be struggling to get it up there anymore. It's going to roll down the other side. You're going to have your loyal customers. You're going to have your inventory where you want it. And you're going to have your sales where you want it. But 90 days, 3 months, you know, it's like having a baby. You know, you have a newborn, 3 months, that's when it starts to get a little easier. I feel like that's when I was like, I kind of get this a little better, you know. But 3 months is 90-day start, which we do have trainings on that. We call it the 90-day restart, that I would tag you in the team pages. How long? The queue is really quick. So like, I think that you'll be in the queue for like 2 weeks, and then you onboard, and then so you pay for your kit, and then you get your kit in about 2 weeks. So it's like a month or less, and it actually might be quicker now that they're doing this promotional kit. So, and you would be, once you're in the queue, every week they add new people to HQ adds new people to what they call a discover group, where they train everyone and talk about Agnes and Dora, answer questions, and then they give them the opportunity to sign up with Agnes and Dora, and then they remove all those people, and then they add the next batch in. And then what my new rep told me, she just onboarded, was that she was getting her kit in 2 weeks. That's what they told them. So 2 weeks. So it's really quick. Like, they're moving along, you know, and that's because we have an ample amount of inventory to purchase. Buffy, our CEO, stopped onboarding, as some of you know, back in November. It was November 7th, I think it was. She didn't open it back up until like May, end of April, I think it was, beginning of May, because she wanted to make sure that there was enough inventory for us current reps and new reps, not only to make kits, but so that when they onboard, there wasn't this like crazy like need to get inventory. So right now, there's so much inventory, it's crazy. Now, some things do sell out. You know, there's some things that just are super popular. They sell out. Sometimes they replenish them. Sometimes they don't, just like any other store or boutique, you know. But if you have your own boutique, you might buy some stuff at an event and at a market, and you might not be able to replenish that, you know. So that's the same thing. But staple items, especially a lot of black items, you can always get that. You know, they will always make sure they have that in full supply. But I can go on the site now and buy a ton of stuff if I wanted to. I could spend like thousands of dollars if I wanted to. They wanted to make sure that when they started onboarding, they had inventory. And now that they're doing this promotion, that they have enough inventory that you guys get to pick your kits. That already shows you that there's like a ton of stuff. So you guys are going to be onboarding pretty quickly. And you want to. You want to onboard quickly. You want to start selling now. You know, end of November, beginning of December, you want to start selling, because that's when you're going to be making like a lot of money. Everyone's going to be buying. So what other questions you guys have for me? And we all know we get Christmas money too. Right after Christmas, those few days after Christmas, people shop a lot too. That Christmas money. Maybe this will stay. But I am all about personal development and, you know, making sure you're growing yourself as a person. And that's going to help grow your business. You're welcome, Amber. Yeah, so you guys are, this is the time that you're able to earn your investment back pretty quickly, because you're onboarding really quickly. I had to wait 6 to 8 weeks was my time, and I waited about 7.5 weeks to receive my kit. So I paid Agnes Dora for my kit, and yeah, I waited a bit of time to receive my kit. So, you know, I couldn't get my investment back as fast, but for you guys, you are, because you're getting it so quickly, which is nice, you know. But that also means you have to watch the trainings and make sure that you are starting to get things going, so you don't feel too overwhelmed. What else? So, you know, there's all types of people who do this business. I stay at home. My husband has a business. I am pregnant. I have a toddler, you know, and I can still do this, and I don't feel like I neglect my toddler. I'm part of things at my church that I do weekly. I go on play dates with my son. On the weekends, we hang out as a family. So I don't ever feel like this has taken over my life, you know. But I definitely had to figure out what's the right balance for me and my family, you know, and what priorities are important to me. You know, when I first started this, I wanted to always make sure I was putting Dominic to bed. So, because I would breastfeed him to sleep. So that was a priority for me, you know. So that was above me, you know, going on a live sale around that time. So now he's a toddler and he's like a mess. You just put him in bed and he goes to sleep, which is really nice. But yeah, you know, that's something that I can say that is great, is that I don't feel like I'm overrun by this. When I get busy, yeah, I get kind of stressed, but it's a good stress because I'm having business, you know. But I never feel like I'm pushing my kid aside because of Agnes and Dora, because that's not why I did this. I did this so that I can spend more time with my family. I did this so I can stay home with my son. I did this so that I had weekends to myself, you guys. I used to work retail. I had one Sunday off a month, sometimes two if I was lucky. during the holiday season, I would work 7 days a week sometimes. I mean, it was hard. And so I missed a lot of stuff. I missed a lot of things, a lot of milestones, and, you know, birthday parties that friends would have for their kids. I missed a lot of things because I was like, I'm working. I worked retail and I worked an hour away. And around the holidays, it was such crazy traffic that it was a 2-hour drive coming back from work, sometimes more than that. So, you know, I started this and I knew that I wanted to be there for my family and be able to go do things. You know, actually like go pumpkin picking and not have to be like, all right, well, I'm off this one Saturday, so oh, and that was also a thing. We would get one Saturday off a month if I was lucky. So I was like, if I had coverage for my counter. So I was like, I'm off this Saturday, so this Saturday I hope it doesn't rain because we're going pumpkin picking. Like, that's how, you know, my life was, you know, and now I don't have to do that. I don't have to be like, this is this only Saturday we can do stuff, you know. We're actually looking up stuff like, oh, what do you want to do today? You know, and that's really nice. But that's all, you know, because I work my business. I can schedule posts in my group, so that's really good too. Facebook has gotten really good, and we do have a party site, so a lot of you guys know, so you don't have to do album sales. Sometimes I recommend doing album sales in the beginning because a lot of people like to shop like that still, but you don't always have to do it. You have a party site that you can upload, you upload all the inventory, it's pretty easy, and then you could just work from there. But you do still have to show the clothes on yourself, you know, do flat lace, things like that. You still have to work your business. But once they came out with the party site, we were all pretty happy about not having to take our own pictures for albums, because that is super time consuming. If any of you guys have ever done another company, you guys know how time consuming it is to take a picture of every single item. It was hard, but we do have our own stock photos, but it was still hard. It was still hard. The day before I started Agnes Dora, I got my wisdom tooth pulled out because it was sitting, like, pushing on my nerve, and I was in, like, an immense amount of pain. So my first sale for Agnes Dora was on Periscope. It was 4 hours from 12 a.m. Eastern to 4 a.m. Eastern, and I was on hydrocodone selling, and when I got off, my face was swollen. So, like I said, I mean, I was working my business, but I was super excited too. I mean, it's really exciting when you get your initial inventory. So, but yeah, you know, that was my first. That's what happened to me. My sponsor, she had a preemie. She had a preemie, and then a few days later, she got her kit, and she had to take pictures of stuff. So, yeah, you know, her sponsor, she worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. has 5 kids and a husband who worked in the daytime, and she would come home. And she would basically, like, get the day started and sell in the afternoon. And so it's just, like, all about how bad do you want this? How big are your goals? And it can't just be monetary goals. You can't just be like, oh, I just want to make X amount of money. What are your real goals? What's, like, in your heart, you know, that you want to do? And it could be, you know, that you want to pay for a Disney vacation for your family. That's cool, you know. But every day you have to think about your why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to sell clothes? Why do you want to stay at home and do this? Or if you're working full time, why do you want to do this too? You have to have your why, because your why is going to drive you, you know. And my why, there's days that I'm tired and I'm like, all right, you know, but my why, there's just so much I want to do with my family in the future. My family, when I was a kid, never had financial freedom. It was always like a struggle for things, and my family definitely, they did the best they could for me, but you know, it was always a struggle and it sucked. And that's something that I didn't want to go through, you know, when I grew my own family. So they did the best for me, and I mean, they loved me and they were amazing, you know, but I hated seeing them struggle. And it's nice that I don't have to go through that, and I can even help my family sometimes, you know, if need be. So that's really nice. What else? I'm not selling right now, Grace. I'm sorry. I'm just talking about Agnes and Dora, some new information, but I don't have a yellow duster. Any other questions, you guys? So I do have information in the description above. Let me see if I can pin anything. All right, I can pin this information right here. So if I do have a packet of information that I made myself with more frequently asked questions and stuff like that I can email you. Okay, so you can email me at jessica@shopjessicaparada.com, and I can go ahead and email you that information, or you can feel free to PM me, you guys. That's perfectly fine too, and I can send you that information. If you want to join, do I have it on here? Oh darn. Let me see. I thought I put it on here. Okay, I do have that information too though, but you can just go to my site, shopjessicaparada.com, and there's these 3 little bars, and you can hit it, and there's a drop down menu, and you can press join. And also, if you go to agnesdora.com/join, you can also go there if you are ready to join the queue. agnesdora.com. Now again, once you like join the queue, you don't have, like, you're not going to be forced to like join Agnes and Dora and pay money. If you're not ready, you're going to be going into a week-long group that is hosted by headquarters, and where you'll hear from a lot of the top people in the company, not reps, but like people who work at headquarters, and Buffy, our CEO and founder. So you have a whole week to learn a lot of information, like much more in-depth information than I'm providing right now. And you have a Q&A, a live Q&A that you can be part of before you decide to join. So just so you know, if you join the queue and you're like, you know, this is not for me, this is not what I want, that's perfectly fine. You will still be invited to that page, that group, that private group, so you can learn a lot more about Agnes and Dora, and then you can decide from there, guys. Okay, so just know that there's no commitment when you join the queue, okay? No one's gonna force you, I promise. But people who are in that group for that week-long informational training, 100% of them join, from what we've been told. So because they have been providing a lot of information, so you're most likely going to want to join. But if it's not for you, or if something comes up where you don't have the money, it's okay. That's okay. You know, you can totally wait. Or you can tell them too, like, I really want to join, but I have this going on right now, and they totally understand. So yeah, you know, there's no pressure. This is a big commitment, and it's something that's gonna change your life, you know, if that's what you wanted to do. So for the better. Any other questions for me, you guys? Like I said, I do have an informational packet, so feel free to PM me or email me, and I can send that to you, and we can always do a one-on-one chat. Everyone who has signed up under me, we have spoken for about an hour. It always ends up being an hour, so, and that's perfectly fine, about a lot of different things, questions, concerns, anything that they have. So I'm definitely available for that as well. You know, like I said, I want you to make sure that this is the right decision for you. So I always like to chat. You're welcome, Laura. Thank you. Thank you for joining, guys. This was like a laid back chit chat. Laid back chit chat. So just overview, you guys, from November 15th to the January 1st. There will be a $2,000 kit, a $3,500 kit, and $5,000 kit. There was never a $2,000 kit. It was $2,500 that we used to have. So this is the only time that you can choose that lower kit option, and it's going to be the only time that you can pick your own inventory for your kit, so you can prepare much better for when your kit arrives. Like I said, right now you don't pick what's in your kit, but you are given a good sampling, a selection of stuff, and you also know what's coming before it arrives. But this is the only time that you personally get to hand pick what you're gonna have in that kit. So if you decide to do that right now and choose me as your sponsor, just know that I will be guiding you with that, because I have been doing this for almost a year. Next month will be a year, so I know what sells, I know what's popular, I know the fabrics, I know all of it. So I will be able to help you guys out with that, okay? So just know that this is a limited time only. So if you've really been thinking about joining Agnes and Dora, this is a really great time to join, because again, you pick your kit, you have a $2,000 kit, so $1,500 off. Then from they only have 2 kits, $3,500 and $5,000. And you get to pick your inventory. Like, I mean, I'm just like boggled by that. I can't believe you're doing that, but that's because we have so much inventory that they're able to let you guys pick, and that's pretty awesome. So now's the time. It's selling season. People are buying right now. You all know that. So yeah, I would do it now. But just so you know, if you sign up for the queue, you'll be in a group hosted by headquarters that will provide you with a ton of in-depth information and a one-on-one Q&A with headquarters, someone from headquarters. So you're going to have all that information, and then you can decide if you want to join Agnes and Dora. Just because you join the queue does not mean that you are obligated to give any money to anyone, okay, guys? Like, they want to make sure this is right for you. So just know that, okay? I don't want anyone to think that they join the queue and they're like obligated to pay the money. There's several people who joined the queue before and have left because they weren't ready, or they financially weren't ready. Something happened in their lives. That's okay. That is okay. You know, if it wasn't right for them then, it might be right for them now. It's all up to you. So yeah, you guys, I'll wait a few more seconds for any more questions. But if not, then I'll hop off. You guys might see me later selling. I don't know. I have makeup on, so you know, when I have makeup on, I like to do something with it. Like, I'm like, tell my husband to take me out on a date, or I sell. I gotta do something. I put makeup on, darn it. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you, Laura. You guys, let me know if you have any more questions. Feel free to comment below or email or PM me. And again, I can send you any more information through my packet of info that I made, that I've always sent people. And also, like I said, when you join, you'll be in a group that you'll have all of your questions answered if you want any more information, okay? So, no obligation, you know. They want to make sure that you guys have all the information that you need, including policies and procedures, all of that stuff, okay, guys? They want to make sure you have that information before you join, okay? So, they're very hands-on, super hands-on. All right, guys? So, I'm going to hop off if I don't have any more questions. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to hearing from you guys if you have any more questions or concerns that I can help you with, or chatting one-on-one with you guys. And I will see you guys another time when I am selling this beautiful clothes. And the clothes over here and the clothes over there and there. All the beautiful clothes, including the swing. You can shop at shopjessicaparada.com. It is on there. It's baby suede. It's super soft and it's super gorgeous. Just saying. I'm gonna put that in there. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.